Yeah, so those hills that you saw me plowing, that hill's actually steeper than the camera makes it look. It's a textbook example of the camera not doing it justice. It's a pretty significant grade, and it's about almost 400 feet long too. So it's pretty serious hill. And it gets, like I said, it doesn't take much snow at all to make that thing really slick. So I take it nice and slow, and just try to take it easy when I plow that. But anyway, the other thing I just wanted to mention real quick, a lot of people subscribe to my channel because of the Jeep Gladiator and the Jeep Wrangler JL, Jeep stuff, and I appreciate that. Not necessarily completely done doing Jeep stuff. There may be another Jeep Gladiator in the not so distant future. It's hard to say, but I just kind of started this channel a long time ago. Thought maybe I'd put a little hodgepodge of stuff on there, off-road oriented stuff, whether it be, going to the off-road parks around here and camping and four-wheeling, or, off-road vehicle oriented stuff, or tire reviews, product reviews, getting into a little bit of homestead, hobby homestead kind of stuff now too, tractors and different things like that. So I know there's kind of a mixed bag of stuff on my channel, and there's certain videos that people are interested in, and then those people might not be interested at all in some of the other ones, and I understand. I just wanted to mention that, but there'll be kind of a mix of stuff coming. So those of you who are subscribed, I appreciate it, and hopefully there'll be some stuff coming up later in the spring that might interest you. Right now it's January, it's the middle of winter, can't really get out and do a whole lot as far as camping and that kind of stuff. At least I don't like to. I kind of like for it to be above freezing anyway. so there will be some more off-road trails and camping and that kind of stuff coming in some future videos. But right now, I'm just kind of focused on getting some work done around the house and kind of showing you what we do around here. So hopefully it's not completely boring you to death, but I do appreciate you guys watching, and we'll talk to you later on. Thanks. So camera's not doing a very good job, but this is what I was talking about with my driveway starting to cover over with water. It's been raining pretty hard today, and this thing will end up getting pretty deep before it's all said and done. And that's why it's so important to use that geotextile fabric under your road. Otherwise your gravel would just sink in the mud over time. It would just be a constant fight. That's part of the joys of living over here in the eastern US. So it looks like we have a winter weather advisory in effect now. We got some more snow coming in, so I was just trying to finish up a few little odds and ends here on the tractor, because we'll probably be using it again to push snow out of the way if it gets a little worse than expected. So one of the things I noticed is they had the tires really full of fluid, liquid ballast, had a little bit more in there than what I wanted. So I've been letting a little bit of it out and trying to get them pretty much even on both sides, checking all the air pressures and all that kind of stuff. So one of the things I've been doing here is trying to get the fluid level where I want it. You're not really supposed to have your fluid way up here when you put liquid ballast in these tires. You're supposed to fill them about 75%. And move this hammer off of here. What I noticed was that the dealership got them pretty full. So if I get see, it starts coming out there. Stops about right there. So the fluid level's about right in here right now, which I guess is okay. I didn't really want it above the wheel, but I was just trying to let out a little bit of excess. But I think right there is probably pretty good. Not too bad. Something else that we did, this is my father's idea, is we flop these wheels around. So this was the inside of the wheel when I brought it home, and it's got a little bit of a deep dish there. So if you swap them around, basically this wheel went over there and then that wheel came over here. And what it does is it pushes the tire out an extra inch. Just gives you a little bit wider track width up front here. and that should increase the stability of the tractor just a little bit. And let me go over here on this side. I was a little concerned about the valve stems, but as you can see, the valve stems are just fine, and we did rotate it all the way around the hub there, and it was no problem. Had plenty of clearance as it spins all the way around the inner part of the hub there. So that's a quick and simple way to get these front tires out a little bit farther, because when I brought it home, they were sitting over here. So now they're moved out here. A little bit better for stability, like I said. So you might want to think about that if you ever operate on hillsides. You know, we've got a lot of hilly terrain out here, so stability is a good thing. But I think I just about got it ready to go now, so should be ready to rock. Well, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. Out here trying to scrape some snow off this hillside again. Got the bucket down in float position, and got the box blade going back here too. Hopefully between the two of them I can make one pass and then come back up the hill and do the other side and be able to call it good. Didn't get a whole lot of accumulation out here because we went out and put salt on it right before the snow hit. We put some salt down, so it really kept the accumulation to a minimum this time. The box blade does a pretty decent job. This is not a big snow, it's just a little bitty one, but I have found that when we get a bigger snow, sometimes you got to turn the tractor around backwards and just kind of use the box blade as a bulldozer just kind of doze it out of the way. But for a little bitty snow like this, it's no problem. The box blade has plenty of volume to handle a snow like this, so it's stuck pretty good. The salt we put out did a pretty decent job, but eventually the snow won out, and we do have a little bit of a layer here. But the idea here is just to get it scraped down to the road surface, and that way there's not very much for the sun to have to melt. So when the sun comes up here in a little while, and it's the moon is out, sky is clear, so the sun should be up here in about 30 minutes. It'll start melting this once you get that top layer off of it. So oh well, just do the best we can, I guess. Well, I think that's about the best I can do with it. These little bitty snows actually make the road slicker because it just turns into a sheet of ice down there. But the sun's coming up pretty soon, so it should take care of the rest of it. Nice crisp morning out here. And the tractor did a pretty good job. I was kind of worried about those R4 industrial tires, but they actually weren't too bad. So I think they're going to be okay. As long as they don't tear my grass up real bad when summer comes, they'll be okay.